Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this January the 16th, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Tuesday out there so far. Everybody had a great Tuesday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the temperature over the next 16 days. Also, we're going to take a look at the forecast for your Wednesday and Thursday from off the forecast charts. Also, we're going to take a look at the watch and warning advisory map you're located across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the storm for the next 8 days. Should be no severe weather during that time. And also, we're going to take a look at the satellite sector at the end of this broadcast. So stick around to the entire video. Do not miss a beat of this forecast. And let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Just let everybody know. So, but anyway, we got the cold anomaly over conditions over Canada and also portions of the Nova Scotia region as well. All right, we continue to go forward. We're going to stop it at 1 p.m. January the 17th. Big pocket of cold air extending from down here near Florida, the Gulf of Mexico, all the way back into southwest Canada. Also across the northern plains. Got warm conditions over portions of North Canada and the southwestern United States as well. All right, let's continue to go forward. This is we still got a big pocket of cold air down across the southeast, across the northern plains, also back into portions of the southwestern Canada area. This here will start to push to the east. You can see a pocket of warm air in southern Canada. All right, you can see here we're going to stop it at 7 p.m. On the 18th, which is Thursday. You can see a little warming trend starting to develop here in the southeast, across Florida, also over in the southwestern United States, over northern Mexico. We got another cold pocket of air coming down out of Canada, back down into portions of the northern central United States. Also, we have warm pocket of air in the Canada region as well. All right, you see this here. This is for January the 19th. We're going to stop it at 1 p.m. We got that big pocket of air, cold air that was up here in Canada, in the northern plain, dropping to the south and southeast again. You got a little bit of warming still in the South Carolina region, also across Florida. Still got that warm ridge over here in the southwest, and a cold ridge in the northeast United States. So pretty much most of the United States will be cold. That cold air will continue to bleed down into much of the country by 7 a.m. with warm temperatures in the southwest and across southeastern Canada as well. As we continue to roll forward, you can see that big pocket of cold air still on the 21st, which is Sunday. Still over pretty much the central and eastern portion of the United States. Still got that warm ridge in the west. Still bringing warmer temperatures to the west. Also over South Canada as well. All right. And we roll into the 22nd. Pretty much the warm air takes over much of Canada. Pretty much the western portion of the United States, even the northern plains gets warming up. You got a little bottle of cold air back up here in South Canada. Also over here just east of the Mississippi River. Also back into Texas to the east coast, northeast. Still got some cold air in place for you guys as well. Alright, if we can move on into 1 p.m. January 22nd, which is Monday, the cold air kind of starts to diminish, and you can see the ridge taking a shape over to the north, and also in the western United States, got another big pocket of cold air over South Canada. Alright, Now we're going to move on into January the 23rd, which is 7 a.m. Got a little pocket of cold air still remains over the southeast, but pretty much the remainder of the United States warming up. Still got a big pocket of cold air over southeast Canada, south and portion of southwestern Canada as well. And as we go continue to roll forward, you can see that the warm air takes over pretty much the United States with a few pockets of cold air over Mexico, also in the port of Utah, Colorado, and Montana, across South Canada. Big pocket of cold air well off into the northeast portion of the United States and also into southeast Canada. All right, you can see as we roll forward till 7 p.m. on January 24th, which is next Wednesday. Pretty much most of the United States still pretty warm. Anybody east of the Mississippi River all the way into the northern plains, pretty warm temperatures expected. Also south around toward Texas and northern Mexico, a little cool spell there, a little bit over California and also into areas of South Canada, Southwest Canada. All right, you can see here, we're going to go into the 25th, 1 p.m. 25th. Pretty much most of the United States still pretty warm. The southeast, you baking in a good little bit of warmth. Northeast too, the northern plains. And also we have a little bit of pockets of cool air in the Pacific West as well. And also the western United States also. As we continue to Friday, January 24th, let's move into 1 p.m. that afternoon. We got a pocket of cold air over the northeast United States. Warm air over the southeast. Also up in South Canada, portion of the northern plain. Still got some pockets of warm and roll into January 27th. We're going to start at 1 p.m. We got pretty much warm conditions over the central and eastern United States. Cold air starting to bottle back up over southern Canada and also back into portions of the Rocky Mountains and also back into Texas. Pretty much west coast looks pretty warm as well. And as we continue to roll forward, let's move into the 28th, which is 1 p.m. Pretty much Canada up here, you're getting a big pocket of cold air here. The northeast, southeast, and pretty much the northern plains. Also the west, you warm. Across the portion of the south around Texas, New Mexico, and also in the portions of Arkansas, Arizona, and Oklahoma. You're going to be pretty, a little bit chilly as well. All right, we continue to roll forward. We're going to go into the 29th. This is at 1 p.m. We got a big trough over a portion of the northeast United States, also in the South Canada. Got a little pocket of cold air trying to develop over the northern plain, also in South Canada, and also we've got a ridge over here in the west. As you can see here, we're going to roll into the 1 p.m. on the 30th of this month. You can see we got cool Mississippi River Valley, also in the portion of the northern plains, also down toward the Texas area as well. That's not going to last long. As you can see here, the warmth builds back over pretty much most of the United States. A little bit cool over the south and southeast U.S., a little bit over toward the mid-Atlantic region, and pretty much Canada warming up as well. And as you can see here, by February the 1st, this is at 7 a.m., pretty much have a few cool nights. And then we got more ridging building over much of the United States. So pretty much as we round out the end of February, in the middle to end of January, the last couple weeks of January into first parts of February, it's going to be pretty warm for much of the nation as well if the current forecast holds as it is. All right, let's take a look at your forecast for Wednesday, January 17th. We got snow flying up here in portions of Vermont, also southeast Canada through Vermont, New York State, all the way back into Illinois, Michigan, northern Wisconsin, also into Minnesota as well, also toward Lake Superior. We got more snow flying over here in portions of Montana, back into Washington State, Idaho, down in Nevada, Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming. We have some mixed precipitation, freezing rain over Arkansas, a little bit of mixed precipitation there in Oklahoma, mixed precipitation in Nevada, portion of California, Oregon, and also Washington State. Got some heavy rain, heavy snow and possibly some freezing rain in portion of Washington, Oregon State. Also in Idaho, and also some heavy snow over northern Washington, Idaho, and also Montana as well. Rain shower along coastal areas from Washington, Oregon, and California region as well. through the Dakotas, all the way down to New Mexico, Arizona, Southern California, Gulf of California, Northern Central Mexico, through Texas, also into Florida, through the Carolinas, back into Maine, New Brunswick, also into portions of Newfoundland, down toward the Bahamas, Cuba, and the Yucatan Peninsula. Looks good as well. All of that was for your Wednesday, January 17th. All right, now here's a look at your forecast for the Thursday, January 18th. We got snow flying up here in Vermont, down toward Massachusetts, also in the New York State, also down toward West Virginia, all the way through Missouri, Illinois, far west is Montana, then also in Idaho, and also in the Colorado and Utah region, and the Kansas. We have some mixed precipitation up here around Rhode Island, back into New Jersey. Same down here in western North Carolina, Tennessee, back into Arkansas, northern Mississippi, Alabama, and North Georgia. Some heavy freezing rain possible over Nebraska and Kansas. Also mixed precipitation over in Oregon, Washington State, with some freezing rain there also, and some heavy snow over Washington State. Some shower activity along coastal areas for Washington, Oregon State as well. Showering storms down here across the southeast from North Carolina back into Mississippi, down to the Gulf of Mexico, Louisiana, Florida as well, and in Atlantic coastal waters also. Alright, otherwise, dry high pressure is in charge of southeast, southwestern Canada through portions of Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Dakota, also through California, Gulf of California up to Utah, portions of Colorado, Texas, Arkansas, and Missouri, and a little bit along coastal areas of South Carolina, also back into Virginia, Delaware, and also up into Maine and New Brunswick and portions of Newfoundland as well. New Hampshire, you're also in that as well. Also, that's your forecast for Thursday, January 18th. All right, let's move on to the Watches Warning Advisory map. You're located across the nation. As you can see, we got winter storm warning, winter weather advisories up here in Maine, winter weather advisory for New Hampshire, back in New York, Vermont, also in the New York State. Also, we have some up here in Michigan as well, northern Wisconsin also. We have wind chill advisories extending from up here near Pennsylvania back over to Wisconsin, also in Iowa, also down in Missouri, Illinois, back in Indiana, back into West Virginia, western North Carolina, northern Georgia, northern Alabama, Mississippi, also into Arkansas as well, Kentucky and Tennessee, you're included. Special weather statements been posted for you guys in portion of Connecticut, down toward the Boston area, Massachusetts region, also New York State, down through portion of Washington, D.C., New Jersey, Delaware vicinity, North Carolina, Georgia, a little bit in Tennessee, also in portion of Indiana, Illinois, and also into portion of Missouri. We have wind chill watches advisories also in effect for you guys down in central Florida, also across South Texas. Freeze warning across South Texas. A hard freeze warning for South Texas through eastern Texas, Louisiana, also into Mississippi, Alabama, southern Georgia, also the Panhandle, Florida, northern Florida as well. Alrighty, we got a winter storm going on over here in the northwestern United States with winter weather advisory, winter storm warnings for areas of Montana, also in the Idaho, Washington State, Oregon, also in the northern Nevada, portion of Utah, also in the portion of Wyoming. Also, we have winter storm warnings there, also in Colorado. Avalanche warnings there too. High wind warnings and advisories stretching all the way down into Colorado. Wind advisories for areas of New Mexico, portion of California, hydro issues, coastal areas. Ice storm warning up here in portion of Oregon and Washington State. Wind advisory for the mountains and winter weather advisory there also. Dense fog advisory to the southwestern area of California. Wind chill advisory also for South Texas. Alright, we have special marine warnings extending up here from up here near Maine, all the way down to the Outer Banks of North Carolina, same down from South Carolina to the Florida Keys, back to East Mexico, and then up here near Washington, Oregon State, Northwest California. We have small craft advisories, also storm warnings around the Hawaiian Chain Island with flood watches there, high wind warnings there also. Same around the Alaska area, winter storm warnings, also small craft advisory. Inland areas, we have winter weather advisory. To the north there, we have blizzard warning. Coastal areas have some freezing spray warnings there as well. Alright, the Storm Prediction Center outlook for the next 8 days. The only thing, we have a little bit of general thunderstorms over South Florida. Nothing for day 2. A little bit of general thunderstorm for South Florida once again for your day 3. 4 through 8. We're not looking at any severe weather at this time. Alright, Now let's take a look at the southeast sector here, the southeast United States. We got cloud cover extending over portions of South Carolina back into eastern North Carolina. As you see up there in eastern Tennessee, that's a little bit of snow on the ground. The satellite imagery is picking up some cloud cover there as well, and also some snow cover there. Also, we got cloud cover of South Georgia extending all the way down into Florida and also down toward the northern Bahamas and into the Gulf of Mexico and also into the Atlantic coastal waters. Alright, well I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Everybody continue to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, and consider subscribing if you want to. I'm not going to force anybody to do it. If you do not want to, you do not have to. Have a good one everybody. Take care. We'll catch you back in the next video.